Alright, we're sitting out here in Thailand. We're the SmashCastBros, where we keep it local, keep it cash, and tell the Fed boys to kiss our ass. I'm Ty. I'm sitting here with Trigger and Moody, aka Moo. What's up, boys?
Not much, so.
Same shit, different Saturday.
Yeah, buddy.
Beautiful day out.
I'm going to start off on a lighter note. I'm going to tell a story, actually my kid's story.
Oh, God.
But I'm going to say hi to Tommy and Ron, or Ron and Tommy, whichever one first. They're down doing a big competition this week.
Well, no, pick which one's better. Put them first.
Ron.
Come on.
Ron first.
All right, Four C's or Nationals?
This is the 4 C's, so it's the pre-game, but they treat it like a competition. And they want a clear winner, and they pay them big.
Where are they holding this one at this year?
It's always, the 4 C's is always in Indy.
Okay.
Middle of the nation kind of thing. Plus there's all the down there.
Middle of bumfuck Egypt.
It's pretty dirty down there, man. The hotel's horrible. Anyway, so Gavin works at Mickey D's here, not even a block away. He's in there, and some old man is in the bathroom taking a shit. He's got to go. He's in there banging on the door. Hey, buddy, you need toilet paper? No, I'm going to be in here for a while, but I'm good.
Was the old man you?
No, he's some old man. He's in there for like a half an hour. He goes to the manager. He goes, I got to go. I got to go. I'm going to shit in that garbage can right there in a minute. And she goes, okay. She said, let me go to the gas station or something, right? So she finally lets him go. Yeah, fine. I can't go. You can't hold. There's only apparently one hole in Mickey D's. I don't know. I'd ever go in there. So
there's a urinal and a freaking shitter.
He is hauling ass to Myers to take a shit. I thought that was funny. He said it was so bad he plugged the toilet up in Myers.
Jesus, he is your kid.
Yeah, dude. I suffer a bad case of gotta poop at Meyer.
Did he do a courtesy flush after that?
Well, he tried, but he said he plugged it, and I'm like, oh.
Much like his dad, he also has to go to Meyer to poop.
Well, exactly. I'm going to apologize in advance for my clanging ice in the microphone, but I'm going to drink too, so I don't think I've ever done this podcast without drinking. Okay.
I don't think I've ever spent any time on a weekend with you where you weren't drinking.
I have. He's a miserable fuck.
Yeah.
Same goes for you, though, Moody.
Oh, now. I'd like to think I'm miserable with the alcohol, too.
What do we... Let's give a little background here. We're car guys. We're gun guys. We're...
country guys. I live in the country.
Pro-Constitution.
Pro 2A. Pro 1A.
Not just 2A, not just 1A. The whole goddamn Constitution.
Correct.
Top to fucking bottom.
Correct.
No. Letting women vote might have been an issue.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, but you got to look at it this way. Who wrote that into the...
Anybody listening can punch him right in the crank.
That's fine. Jenna won't listen.
Because moi?
Yeah.
No, because she's a woman. She don't listen.
Wow.
Well, we're starting off
Just
canceled,
saying.
I guess.
Yeah. Your woke people are not going to like you. What else we got? We do this in Ionia. We're in the middle of Michigan. We're pretty much middle of Michigan. We're in my garage. We've never done it outside here, have we? We can go remote. We never have.
No, we did it last.
We did it a couple times ago.
We did the last one, but we did it at your neighbor's house.
Yeah, but that's not really leaving the compound.
Oh, no.
We've done one out here. I don't think we've...
No, he's talking about
Leaving the Thailand.
Leaving the
Thailand's
boundaries.
my bar. Thailand's the garage where Moody just changed his oil. Tonight.
Cheap fucker. I'd have paid to have that shit done.
Let's
It's about half the cost if I do it myself.
let's get the rules straight. We all know them. Well, let's say them for anybody else. If anybody revs their engine up, say a Harley or the S10 brothers go by, or anybody honks, we drink. And you burn one, whatever. You stroke one.
No, please don't.
Maybe both.
So if there's background noise of cars and they're rapping on it, we're drinking.
Gotta hope that Chevy Sonic or a Veo or whatever it is comes by again.
We're going to have to cut that part out because it's...
I think that's a Spark, but I'm not sure. Either way, a little freaking pregnant roller skate thing.
It's got a hell of a stereo on it. I'll give him that.
No, it's got a hell of a sub. We don't know about the rest of it.
So we're gun
How
guys.
much can you fit into that car?
All right. We're gun guys. We're car guys first, but we're gun guys second. a drink.
Hold on.
But we covered mags in the last podcast, so we'll consider that the gun topic over for a week. Maybe we'll touch on something tonight. We probably will. Who knows? But
No, I
anyway,
guarantee that it'll come up at some point.
let's roll with a car topic. What do you want to hit on?
UAW is starting negotiations with the big three, and they're
Oh,
threatening
yeah.
strikes already.
Seems to be going right with strikes right now in unions, but that's time for a different day.
And then, since we're
It must
talking
be
about,
strike season.
Yeah, it's summer. Nobody wants to work in the summer.
Well,
They're all freaking woke fucking.
I don't like that term.
Oh, yeah, your union.
Whoa! Don't accuse me of that bullshit.
you're the only one that's ever been union here.
Yeah, I was union for a bit.
About
there.
a week.
He probably still pays his dues just so he can say it.
No, I never even signed that little card. I think I still have it.
Oh yeah, you're saving it until you want to sign it.
Yeah, right. Now all of a sudden they're going to make 40 bucks an hour.
If they ever get the Teamster stuff figured out, maybe I do want to join.
Well, we have each one of us has a car, an old car of some sort.
Each
Moody,
one of us
you go
has
for,
a diesel.
Moody, you explain your car first.
Really? You gonna look at me like that?
Well, I don't consider
73
those VWs a fucking diesel.
73 Z28
83?
T-top. What did I say?
73.
83. Jesus.
1983 Z28.
Yeah. I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
T-top car, so it's got rust
30
holes in the
nothing
floor.
5-speed.
Well,
It's got-
wait a minute.
Hold on.
He's got a 305, right?
How many
Yep.
cubes does yours have? Less?
Yup. By 3. And like I keep telling you, mine still runs a fuck of a lot better than yours.
All right, that was his. What kind of car are you running?
I got an 89 LX Fox Body Mustang.
That was Trigger's car. I got an old 70 Corvette. But we go to car shows together. We go to car shows and we see different things. We've all experienced different levels of these car shows. Like when I was a kid, I had beaters and people get, let's talk about car show etiquette. You guys ad lib right now. What do you want to talk about with a car show etiquette?
Well, we've talked about this before. Don't knock someone's car right in front of them.
Not even behind their back. Don't knock it at all. I mean, you're there with a car. You're not there with a car. That's the bad thing, I guess. If you're gonna criticize somebody's car, but you don't even have a car there, keep your mouth shut. That's how car shows keep getting smaller and smaller. Is if you knock a kid with a, granted, maybe a beater car to somebody that's got a barn full of nice cars,
Maybe
beautiful
a red
cars,
Chevy Sonic.
but everybody has to start somewhere with a car.
Right.
Everybody has to start somewhere, and if they think it's freaking cool, encourage it. Get them encouraged. Get them excited about doing something to their car. Whether they mod the stereo system or they put some
It could
polished aluminum wheels on it and some freaking tire shine on it. They're doing something. At least they're not sitting there freaking doing drugs and freaking going to jail and whatever. They're
Correct.
doing something. And yes, cars are an expensive habit. And the old joke is get kids into cars and they won't have money for drugs.
That's true.
I'm not going to say they're lying by any means.
Don't you have a little background story to that? You were wild and did all sorts of crazy shit until you found cars, right?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a wild side, and I drank a lot of alcohol and smoked a lot of,
Substances.
and I got my license, and that was the end of that. I then went to trucks and cars, mainly trucks. I've been more of a pickup truck person my whole life, and that kept me, I guess, on the straighter and narrower.
It's hard to
Still
think
used
of
a lot,
anything.
still spent a lot of money, still did a lot of stupid shit, but I also had fun doing it. I'm not saying anything against people that drink or smoke, because at this day and age, it's a thing. I don't do it, whatever. But yeah, I spend a whole lot of money on vehicles over my lifetime. Parts and buying parts vehicles just for, and maybe I'll spend $500 on a parts truck for a $3 part that I wanted off of it. But it made me the person I am today. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there that if they need advice on a vehicle, they come to me. They call me, they text me, they have me come over or whatever. But it wasn't until the last 3 years, maybe 4 years, that I actually started attending car shows with a car. I've been to a few truck shows with my mud truck, but it wasn't until the last 3-4 years that I started attending car shows with a car. And to see and hear people laugh at this younger generation with cars that
whatever place and time we are, that younger generation or any, he could be a 30-year-old man.
I guess I should have
about
worded
30
that a
years
little bit
ago.
differently, but you know, we went to the Culver's car show here in Ionia back here May, I think, and there was an old guy in there, had a dent side Ford. From a distance, you know, it didn't look too bad. Up close, it didn't look too good. But you know what? I think he said he was 67 years old. Just got the truck, redid a few things. Was it perfect? No. But was he at a car show, showing it off? Proud of it? Yeah. You know what? I went up to him. I got a thing for dent sides. I got a weak spot for dent side Fords. I told him, truck looks great. Awesome. I mean, even...
Did you try and buy it?
I may or may not have mentioned it at one point, but we won't go there. But
yeah, dude, you got a collection of those in the backyard. I'm surprised. When I see one, I tell everybody, man, call Ripley's. There's a Ford Jeremy hasn't owned. Old Ford.
Well, maybe I did own it. Maybe I sold
you
it.
probably did.
Because I've done that a few times and seen, hey, I sold that one. I sold them that one. You know, we went down to a car show here downtown Ionia a month or two ago. And there was a fairly beat up SN 9495 Mustang. Flat black paint, like spray bombed rims, dirty engine compartment. And I bet the kid was 16, 17 years old. Proud as can be of it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Awesome. Thanks for showing up. You know, save your money, buy the pieces you want to make it better. Do your research. I got no problem with that, but just don't degrade people and degrade people's cars. They're there. Boost them up.
Well,
encourage them.
Not everyone has the finances to be able to fix stuff up quickly.
No, you're right. Nope, you are absolutely right. And to this day, there's still shit that I want to do on mine that I don't have the finances for.
Yeah, but
or
you
I'm
could hit
unwilling
the-
to spend the finances for it.
You could hit the big lotto jackpot and still not have enough.
You're right. You're
But you'd have a
absolutely
lot
right.
more dense side Fords in your driveway.
And you know, I could make multiple different references to other people's cars. We have a friend of ours. He has a car, beautiful 67 Malibu. And I keep telling him, I said, you know what would make that Malibu look better? Not that it doesn't look good. It looks beautiful, like I said. But make it look
LS
better.
swap it.
A blower sticking out the hood. It has the original hood on it. I told him, I have no shame. I'll cut the hole in the hood for you, because he doesn't want to cut the hole in the hood. Nor does he want to buy the blower.
No.
But I'm still going to make the comment because he's a friend of mine, and I will continue to make the comment until he sticks a blower on it. So probably until he's dead, I'll make the comment, because he will never stick a blower on it. But he also knows I'm joking. It's his car. He wants to do what he wants to do on it. If it was my car,
Big old fucking blower.
I probably still wouldn't cut a hole in the hood, because I couldn't afford the blower to stick through the hood. Or I wouldn't want to spend the money for the blower. Anyway, what about you, Ty? What's your feelings on it?
On the car show etiquette, with aspect to the kids with the beaters, I think we need to pump them up, like you said. So we're gonna make, as a group of friends, as podcasters, as SmashCastBros. I don't know whatever we're gonna call this. We're gonna find that kid in every car show and make it a point to not pump him up, but make him definitely feel a lot better about his car. We're gonna make sure we don't belittle him. We're gonna be that group of people that walk up and don't tell him why your car's kind of a piece of shit, or go, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. That drives me crazy when somebody walks into a guy's garage or looks at his car and says, well, that's fucked up, or that's wrong, you did that wrong, I'd have done that different, or what happened here?
I thought you liked when people did that.
No. But the whole car show etiquette. Don't park like an a-hole.
I see that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, leave room. If you want to park with your friends, or if you see somebody and he says, I want to park with my friends, can you save me this spot? Be that guy that says, yeah, no problem. Don't go, I'm parking there whether you like it or not. The food trucks, the vendors that are there, spend a little bit of time. You don't have to spend a lot of time, but spend a little time. Spend money on them. Buy the t-shirts. Check out the vendors. Actually consider using the vendors for businesses for yourself. They showed up. They're out there on a hot Saturday. You know, they're trying to drum up business because they must need it. The cars, like he was saying, it could be like an old beat up Camaro, Cutlass, Corvette, Mustang, whatever. If it's all beat up but it's got really nice rims, that's a pretty good start. If one drives by here right now, we'll call that the 50-50 effect, right? 50 feet away, 50 miles an hour. But if it's got perfectly chromed up wheels and you can't really tell, we're gonna go, oh, check that out. Your eyes are gonna go looking at it. You know what I mean?
Well, here's for instance, my car. My rims are beautiful. They shine. I don't even know what the hell to compare them to. They shine.
They shine like chrome.
Freaking awesome. The rest of the paint job on my car leaves a lot to be desired.
Hold on.
Right now, but that's the thing. You are a work in progress.
Well, hold on. Low light. I thought that paint actually looked pretty nice.
A flat blue on that would kind of be cool. Compared to, you could put a shiny coat. Everybody can put a shiny paint job on. But if you had like a flat color, I don't know.
Semi-gloss.
I don't know. It might be worth buying a whole brand new roller and all.
Yeah, not a chance, buddy. Either way, is mine going to get a paint job soon? Yep.
Yeah.
Mine will get painted.
Do they make underbody coating in blue?
I'm going to step away for a minute. You guys talk about this car show etiquette. I'm going to be right back in 2 shakes. I got something to show you.
Anyway, Moody, what do you want to interject with?
No, I think you guys basically said it all. I can't think of anything else.
Well, there's a few other things that we could talk about on it. Ty had said vendors. There's a lot of local parts stores around here. Instead of going to a big box name parts store, a big chain parts store, if you can, try to support your more local parts stores when you're buying stuff. I know it doesn't always happen because, to be honest, I know that we've talked on the subject of shipping and everything else, but you can get so much stuff off Amazon. You can get so much stuff shipped to your door from Jegs and Summit and Northern Auto Supply and all that stuff. But
here's where I stand on that. Let me interrupt for a second.
Go for it.
If the parts store guy is a little more money than Amazon, yes, support him. But if the fact that he's twice as much or 3 times as much, I have a hard time with that. That's his fault, because he probably paid more than what he could have got it for on Amazon.
Well, I just bought a dimmer switch for the Camaro, so my high beams will work correctly, so I can stop getting high beams for fucking
Dude,
much.
you're already dim enough.
Dude, you put LED headlights in there, you're probably already on your dims.
Yeah, but I get high beams, so, be nice to have mine working.
You want to razzle-dazzle them with the razzle-dazzle.
Hey, I paid for high beams in those things. I want to use the high beams.
Right.
There's
100%.
But I needed a dimmer switch, and it was like $13, and $5 for shipping on Rock Auto. But I got it for $20 at a auto parts store in Grand Ledge. I was there for work anyways, and I'm like, might as well buy it.
I mean,
I'm here and I can get it now.
You add shipping to the price on Amazon, and what are you spending, $1 more at the local parts store, and you have it right then?
Well, people think, well, it's free shipping. No, it's not. You pay $120 a year for that.
There's that, but I also pay my free shipping part quite close to the first month that I have my subscription every year. Because I'm not gonna lie, UPS, Amazon, FedEx, all that stuff, they deliver to my house once a day.
They look on their sheet and, this fucking house again?
How much KY can this guy go through?
So do they like dedicate a truck just for your house? Or?
I don't doubt. I wouldn't doubt if they did.
They had to use a lift gate to get those anal lube buckets out in front of Moody's.
Anyway,
really? They came from this garage.
They're a custom job. I need to find those pictures and post those on our Instagram.
Again, off on their rant about talking about ass raping people and that shit, because that's what them two gay fuckers talk about.
Car show etiquette.
Back to car shows. Boost the younger guys. The younger guys that might not have a beautiful car. You know, I'm not that young. I don't have a beautiful car.
Politely
Well,
ask them
good.
what are your future plans for this thing? Are you going to keep it, or are you just
Ask them, what are things that you want to do to it? And you know what? Maybe give them a little bit of knowledge. The older guys might have more knowledge on certain subjects. Like they say they want to put some certain part on there. Well, this is the parts that I've had good luck with that is very similar. Look it up, see if there's one available for yours, and do your research on it. But don't say you don't want to put that piece of crap on your car. Don't degrade them.
But don't walk up to it and laugh at them. That's rule number one.
I mean, not unless it's a yellow Corvette with green interior and the freaking driving it's wearing white New Balance with fucking grass stains on it. Then you can laugh at him.
Can we also say that yellow Mustang with the Lambo doors playing Taylor Swift? I know you liked the music coming out of it, but I think he was selling it. Could have tried to trade.
What?
He was eyeballing Fox bodies.
Oh yeah.
This fucker behind me mentions Taylor Swift, but he's the one that's got nothing in his head.
Was that a Taylor Swift reference?
So, what else we got? What else we got to talk about with this? A few moments later. Well, I got one of my notes here. Are we still on
You
the?
wanted to we might as well shift gears.
Are we going to shift gears?
Half hour.
No, is there anything?
What else? What are we missing with the car show etiquette?
I mean,
Show up early, because the
Very.
old men, the retired men, have nothing else to do but to show up at a car show before the sun gets up.
Well,
if you
hold on.
want a good spot, you better move your ass.
That one
in
in
the morning.
downtown Ionia kicked off at 10, and you said you and the other old men were showing up at like 6.
They do. I did the last year, and I got a really good spot. But
actually, Ty mentioned local food vendors and stuff. You know, we made it a point when we were down here at the downtown Ionia car show that we went and supported one of the very local, long-time restaurants, and we went and we had breakfast. Yep, we left our cars out in the car show for people to gawk or laugh
people to
at.
drop flyers in.
Yep, and people to drop flyers in.
that's that's another. Oh, that's allowed, Harley. I think that's drink. We drink.
But
Don't
them
worry,
get
I'm
away.
working on it.
support your local restaurants, local food vendors. They come to these shows to feed the patrons of them, the guests, all that stuff.
That's their
You know what?
living.
Support them.
Whether it's their side hustle or their 100% living, they still pay bills with that money, just like we pay bills with what we make.
Yeah, like
But to spin off what Moody was saying, the flyers, some of them are, yes, I want them. It's hard to say no, don't throw them in my cars, because some of them I actually like. I'm like, okay, I might make it to this car show, But the guys that drive halfway across the state, he's going to throw 1,000 flyers out and get one car.
Well,
Don't come over here from the middle of the thumb.
they threw most of the flyers that were put in my car were put behind the driver's seat, so I didn't find them until like the next day.
Well, yeah.
Oh
Mine
no,
are
they
in the
threw them
seat.
all in the driver's seat and the passenger seat of my car.
Yep.
And
then
there
there's-
was the one powder coating and ceramic coating. I'm keeping that in mind.
Oh,
I've
that's
got
the
his
guy
card
up to
here.
Carson City, isn't it?
Yeah. Nightmare.
Yeah, that's right.
Check them out, nightmarecoatings.com, I think.
But on the other hand, is yeah, like you were saying with the ones that come over from the Thumb and Detroit and Fenton, Kalamazoo, and that stuff. To be honest, I got other stuff to do in my life to where I don't want to drive that far for a car show.
No.
Sit for 6 or 8 hours on a
Something
sidewalk.
happens, now you're stuck on the other side of the state.
Some car show, I don't. That doesn't appeal to me. I'm not opposed to going and looking at the cars at that point. But again, I don't want to be there all day. I don't want to make that long of a drive in my car.
I might drive my daily to go check out
exactly,
if it's a big enough, popular enough car show. But
One of the ones I got was for like a Chevy museum on the other side of the state.
yeah, but you got a Chevy and it's clean.
I get it. But no, it wasn't for a car show. It was to pay admission and go see classic Chevys. I'm like, I don't care that much.
Right.
To drive 2 hours to the other side,
You got to be a diehard, like
you got to own
crazy.
a yellow 70 Corvette.
And New Balance shoes.
I was
Green interior.
I was a Chevy guy before I got that car. My car, again, we talked about it once before. If I was to go out right now and I had whatever 6 figures to piss away, that would not be my car that I would pick. It's an heirloom car, so it means a lot to me in that aspect. However, it's not my chosen hot rod. It will never go anywhere. I want to keep it in the family forever and ever and ever. Way beyond me. Being an heirloom car, it meant something.
Are we
to
still
my
talking
mind.
about the car, or are we talking about your family tree, keeping it in the keeping it in the family?
Yeah, well, a little bit of both. So that's where my story is.
His family wreath.
So we have a. I want to
That's
sidebar.
cool. I've never heard that before. That is pretty good.
My family what?
Family wreath.
Keeps going in a circle, buddy. That's awesome.
Your fax is ringing. So remember I told you guys earlier we have a mascot. I think I found us a mascot for the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Dogs.
No. His name is Choke.
Okay.
His name is Choke. We got him this time last year.
Why are you pulling your shirt out of your pants?
His name is Choke.
Oh, a chicken.
Choke.
The only
The
one here
chicken.
that chokes chickens.
His name is Choke the chicken. Isn't that funny? Come on, it's a little funny.
I figured the mascot would be 3 dogs.
No. They're an expense. Choke the chicken. So,
No.
pin him up there. What?
Now let's go.
Come on,
with-
that's funny.
Is it twice fuck chicken?
It's like that joke. Do you know chickens die after sex? Well, no. The one I fucked did.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Anything else we got to cover, or you guys want
On
to?
the car show, we're going to call this one and take a break?
Do you need to refill?
Nah, I'm gonna pretty soon.
Well, I think we're at a lull, so we might as well
I've
take a
got,
break.
after the break, I'm going to read this. I wrote this out on Notepad because there's a situation going on here real soon, and I'll elaborate when we come back from the break. But
Oh. All right.
go ahead.
Right back.
Later that same evening.
All right, we are back from the short break. SmashCastBros podcast here in the middle of Michigan, Ionia, Michigan. Thailand. What are we going to call this? Thailand shop, Thailand studios.
Thailand Bar and Grill.
Thailand recording studio. With
Thailand rock bar.
Ty and
Thai-
Moo and
whatever.
Trigger and
We can do a lot of this.
Thai's Gay
Okay,
Bar.
so-
Thailand.
In recent times, I've gone to 2 auctions, and it really makes you think. But one of them, this guy died over by the bank, and they basically take your whole life. It doesn't matter if it's this big shop I got here, the big shop you guys have at home. Your kids or somebody is going to take all your stuff.
Throw in a dumpster.
Nope. Throw a lot of it in a dumpster, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it. They're going to take the rest of that shit,
That they think.
lay it all out on your front yard for strangers to come pick through.
Yep.
Come Joe Blow and their wife or brother or whatever, dude. Their significant other and their kids are just going to park somewhere, come finger through all the stuff that you've collected, whether it's just tools you used or the knickknacks that you really liked. Like Choke the Chicken. He's a knickknack I really like. He's even got he's got a pocket pussy in front of him. Look at that. Now I really like him. Okay.
Don't touch it. It's sticky.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Anyway,
Again with a twice fucked chicken.
your lives are going to end with strangers going through your stuff. So I wrote down this note earlier in the week to maybe be a topic, and I think it's a good one. We've gone over a lot of topics that we need to redo, but this one is a fresh one for us, so this ought to be fun. I want your guys' fresh take without giving you any warning in advance. I wanted to breathe fresh take on it. Here it is. Collection of stuff in a lifespan of mortality and what our family does with that collection. The collection of your tools, your knickknacks, your collectibles. I collect. Fuck, I got a lot of stuff. I'm a lot older though. You guys are gonna catch up to me, and you're gonna have all this same stuff. I've got
Dude,
arcade
he's 15
games
years
coming on my
behind,
ass.
and I'm about 30 years behind.
Fuck you guys.
The thing is
Parts, cars, tools,
you're only
toolboxes,
you're only gonna go with the woke crowd with all your Bud Light crap.
guns. I'm gonna
You
stop
get that
you
shirt
with
at Target?
the horn of your honky. What is your honest take on because these kids across the street, they all live, closest one lives 2 hours away. The farthest one lives in Dallas.
So
We're in
what
the
is
middle
my
of Michigan,
take
he
on
lives in
what?
Dallas.
What
Huh?
my kids do with my stuff?
Let's
or-
say they in the afterlife you're looking up.
I guarantee with the freaking choices I've made in my life, I will be looking up. Or
right there.
Or I
have
just won't be
double ones
looking
on
at
my
all
trucks,
because I really don't give a shit. I'm dead.
Right. So you're looking up and you see your kids dumping all your shit on the front yard of the house. Or onto that, because there's going to be...
Hold on. Those classic pictures of Ionia that you really liked. Throwing them in the dumpster.
The antiques that you collected and you always looked at and you just fell in love, so you had to have it, and whether you touched it again or not after you bought
They
it.
didn't care. They just threw it in there. It shattered as it go into the dumpster.
The big wooden dildo. The orange one. The carrot. Let's use that as an example.
That's the wife. That leaves with the wife.
Is it? Is
Yep.
it though?
Anyway,
Is it though?
let's go with the other stuff. When I'm dead, I don't care. I won't know.
It feels disrespectful to your elders.
My parents,
There's a lot of stuff
me and
in
my
there
brother,
that they should have kept.
me and my brother have talked this through, and with my parents present. I am at a point in my life. There is very few things I want out of my parents' estate. And I have discussed this with my parents, plain as day, clearly. I want my dad's truck, I want my dad's boat, and I want my dad's Ethica Model 37 Featherlight 20 gauge. I have one. I bought one just because I love that gun. But I want my dad's gun. After that, what is it, Metallica? Nothing really matters.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters. That's the stuff that I hold to me.
Okay.
My dad's truck, me and my dad built that truck. I want that truck.
There's guys out there that have a collection of stuff, call it beer taps or beer collection, or what are some things guys
I
collect?
knew a guy that collected coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs.
Beer steins. I know guys that have hundreds and hundreds of Anheuser-Busch.
So what are
beer
they going to do?
steins.
They're going to lay out in the fucking front. At
Yep.
the end of your life, they're going to lay in your front yard for strangers to stick their fingers on.
Or they're just going to get chucked in the fucking bucket.
The big dumpster in the front yard.
While
Yeah.
you're in the big dumpster in the ground.
Yeah. And before the day before it gets picked up, the neighbors come over and pick through it.
That's super disrespectful.
That is disrespectful as hell.
But again,
That reminds me, where are those pictures at? I want to see them. I just want to finger through them and look at them. Are they in the car? Okay, I want to look at them.
but yeah, back on subject is when it comes to my estate is full of things that I cherish, I enjoy, I love, I like. I've collected
Ford trucks.
Ford trucks, my firearms, my tools, freaking parts and pieces and stuff that, you know what? There's always that guy, oh, no, I don't want to sell that because I'm going to restore that someday. Yeah, no, you're not.
No, yeah, there's a
But,
million of those.
Whatever. You believe that? That's fine. That is that's your deal. Okay. I'm not gonna bug you about it. When I'm
That's your
dead
son.
and the projects that I haven't redone and whatever,
He sells
it
that
doesn't
bike
matter to me, and a lot of it doesn't matter to my children because they don't have the same wants and wills, cherish the same things as I do. You know, my son likes motorcycles, small engines. Me? No. My lawnmower, if my lawnmower dies, I'm a mechanic by trade. Been a mechanic damn near my entire life. I will not fix my lawnmower. I will shove it out in the weeds and I will go buy a new one because I hate working on them.
I'm going to stop you right there for a second.
I was hoping you were going to say you were going to LS swap it.
No, I'm going to stop you right. You have a lawnmower right now that you said you just need an engine for.
Yep.
But
It's out in the weeds?
Why? Yeah, let's shove it out in the weeds and go buy a brand new one then.
And you don't look at my. I'll show you the appropriate search history on my phone,
Yeah, you might want to.
and it's
yeah,
literally
yeah.
lawnmowers. It's brands of lawnmowers that I like that I was looking into getting.
DeWalt.
But again,
No, dude.
now gravely,
Ryobi.
I figured you'd
Is
get one of
Ryobi
those.
making a lawnmower?
Are you going to get one of those Ego electric ones?
dude, I'm gonna sack tap you so freaking hard, and maybe with a
With his
baseball
face.
bat. Maybe with a baseball bat.
Sack
Anyway,
tap you with your chin.
but my passion runs differently than my children's. My daughter only cares about electronics.
For now.
Dude, she'll
Possibly.
be.
There's a,
She's going to be
with how
like you.
young
She's
she
going to
is.
drive a car, and when she gets 16, 17, she's got a little freedom with that car, like
Yeah.
we did.
Dad, I want to LS swap it.
God, I hope so.
She'll know better. She will freaking know better.
No, she won't. No.
Dad, that 305
Either way.
has so much power.
You know, I don't care if they put my stuff out for people to paw their freaking dirty, greasy, nasty hands through. And my guns, my tools, it's theirs. That is their inheritance. That is what I am leaving them.
Jeremy, when it comes to your tools and stuff, make sure they check with like Ty and I about what it's actually worth, not what you said
Dude,
you paid for it.
Ty's going to be dead for 20 years.
Whoa.
Before I fucking
I don't
even think
smoke
about it.
like a tire fire, mister.
No,
I'm going to have you. I'm going to be.
no, but you got fucking cirrhosis of the liver, you jackass. The amount of alcohol you consume. Tell me
Whoa,
that's
wait
any
a
fucking
minute.
different.
Touche.
Okay. Moody's liver's like your liver. Same age.
Hold on. Oh, no. Don't. No.
His is like Fat Albert. Fat and
But
black.
again, yes, I have told my kids, consult with somebody that knows more than you do.
Right.
Consult on my tools, consult on my guns, consult on my vehicles. Because what my vehicle means to me in what I put a price on that vehicle is way different than somebody else puts a price on that vehicle. Don't ask me what my stuff's worth because I'm going to work and tell you it's worth $1 million. It might be worth $1,000, but I'm going to tell you to me it's worth $1 million. My kid is probably worth $100 because he doesn't have the same passion.
To
for
somebody
that
out there
thing.
fingering it on your front yard, it's going to be worth $50.
Yeah.
Or if that.
So.
But again, it's their inheritance from me.
Same thing to you. Collection of stuff in a lifespan, mortality, and what our family does with our or that collection.
I'll tell you right now.
So you don't really have a collection. You have a collection of Smith and Wesson.
But I had to be there when my dad's stuff was being carted out.
How did that make you feel?
Not great. I mean, it was all fresh at the time, but there was a lot of shit there, and we did a lot of trips to the dump to get rid of stuff that just we didn't need to be there. It just sat.
You didn't know what to do with it.
Well, no, it was like rolls of rubber, like 1/8-inch rubber. We don't really have use for it.
Was it a lot?
It was a decent amount, not a ton.
I could have used it.
Like how wide?
It was like 1/8-inch, I think, maybe 3-inch or 3-foot wide rolls.
Oh. I was gonna say, was it like camper rolled roofing,
So
rubber rolled roofing? Because that shit's freaking.
No,
That
it
shit's
was nothing
banked there.
camper related. I don't remember what it was used for, but he had a tank of Freon,
Dude,
actual Freon.
like R12?
Yeah.
I was at a estate sale here a few weeks ago down to Nashville. Full tank, a 30 pound keg of R12 Freon. They had listed in this estate sale $1,300.
Oof, well,
Get the fuck out of here.
for
You know how
actual
much it is?
Freon, because they don't make it anymore.
R12 is like $2,000 for a 30 pound keg right now. Brand
Get
new.
the fuck
They
out of
don't
here.
make it anymore. So all that's left is what hasn't been used yet.
Yep.
And if you have an old AC unit that still uses Freon in your car or whatnot, or you have,
Prior to 1994.
yeah,
Okay.
then you need Freon if you want to recharge it,
Unless you retrofit it to R134.
which
I'd rather buy a new car.
Which the molecules of the R12 are a lot smaller than the molecules of the R134. So when you retrofit it, a lot of the older stuff, you have to change the lines, because if not, the R134 goes through the R12 lines.
so then you either spend a bunch of money for Freon, or you
I'm glad I
spend a
don't
bunch
have
of money-
anything. The Corvette ain't got air conditioning at all. So,
Well, it's got the best kind of air conditioning.
all right, top.
It ain't the best kind.
It is the best.
It's not
kind.
a T-top.
Bullshit.
Okay, the T-tops would be great if it was structural at the same time.
You don't really. You will. I believe that you will have a collection of cool shit someday. Like he's got trucks, he's got tools, toolboxes. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of projects.
You have all the video games, the
Arcades,
All
arcade
machines.
games. You have the bar. You have all your Bud
Toolboxes.
Light signs.
neons. I'll take that. I'll take that hit.
All them Budweiser.
Yeah.
And flashlights.
Fleshlights.
Shit. He must have 500 flashlights. He gets a new one in the mail every other day.
He's got about 450 measuring tapes. And they all are sun bleached up until the 3-inch mark.
They're really worn out right there.
And I bet he still
That's
can't
rock
tell me how
hard.
many eighths are in an inch.
I'm gonna be butthurt from hell, looking up from hell, and my kids sell off shit for pennies on the dollar.
The only reason you're going to be butthurt
It's 'cause
is
they
like
just
little
fucking-
Nicky, because you're going to get a pineapple shoved up your ass.
I think he might like that, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're going to be in a French maid's costume while doing it.
But
I'm gonna have choked the chicken under my arm while I do it with his pocket pussy, his built-in pocket pussy.
just sit there and imagine looking up and watching your kids sell off all those tools wholesale, like that whole stainless steel toolbox, $500 fully loaded. Just fucking take it
Just
out.
get it out of my hair.
All that shit you got in there, including all the Snap-on stuff you have sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get
But
rid of it.
again, we've set our kids up to do this.
What do you
We've
mean?
set our kids
You-
up to do this.
You haven't got
We've
your
bought
kids
it all.
into any
We
of
haven't
this.
really taught them what it is, how much it is.
maybe
we've set our
that
kids
maybe
up
that
to
maybe that's the
put it in the front
end
yard.
outcome of this conversation / podcast for people to Walk your kids around your shop. Walk your kids around your house. Tell them what this stuff means to you. Tell them what it's worth to you. No? Am I wrong?
Yeah. What it's worth to you.
What it means to
Well,
you.
if you can get like your son into wrenching, he'll take
He's-
more value into it.
He is, as long as I'm not there. And I get that because I could, like the old man always ran equipment.
Well, you do suck at holding a flashlight.
That's kind of my thing, though.
You're not good at it.
No,
It's kind of my thing.
You have to buy him a project that he's interested in, like a
Camaro.
Trans Am.
Oh, he wants Trans Am, but he
You
wants
need
me to fix it.
You need to allow him to store it in your barn here so he can fix it. You and him can fix it, and all your stuff gets parked outside while he's in
That
there
car's
fixing
gonna
it.
fucking rot.
Well, you don't want to.
Fucking rot.
What,
bro.
your VW from sitting outside here while your
No,
kid's fixing
his
it?
car's gonna rot. It probably won't even be here.
But
See?
that's something that you're going to have to also have some patience with to get him into it.
He has the potential. When Wes's kids were here, and the oldest one, those two hit it off, and he was all about it. He wanted to help. He wanted to get dirty, whatever. Because I'm standing next to him, yelling at him when we're working on stuff. It doesn't help, and that's my own fault. That's my problem. My fault. My problem.
That's my problem, too.
You got to,
Yeah.
well, both of you, I think, take a step back, let him take the lead. Advise.
Or
Joe,
play tag team with the boys, and when Gavin needs breaks or when Joseph needs breaks, we
Oh, no. What we do is we do what we do with each other, and we sit there and we razz whoever's working.
do have
Pitch.
we have mastered the art of.
Pitch in advice where needed, but otherwise sit there and make fun of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. But the mortality of everyone is imminent, right?
The leading cause of freaking death in the world is birth.
Leading cause of divorce is marriage.
Yep.
Amen. So, how much stuff do you collect? You know what I mean?
How much stuff do I collect?
I'm horrible.
Are you actually asking this question, or is this
No,
hypothetical?
as a general question, I was only going for the general question to the masses. but
My
now
general
that you, now
answer-
that you brought it up, yeah, how much stuff?
My
do you,
general answer to how much stuff do I collect? Way too much. But I also can't bring myself to throwing stuff away. That's a problem
or
with a
stop
hoarder.
buying.
Yep. Not, and I don't even want to say that. You know, I've been trying to clean my toolbox out at work the last 2 weeks.
You need me to park my tractor there so you can throw shit in it?
But it got to the point the other day, you know, Ty has a habit. If he pulls up to a stop sign in a semi or a
He thinks about
stoplight,
stealing it.
he will set the freaking brakes if he sees a washer laying in that intersection.
No, it
And
was
he
a
will
big
jump-
bag of them. Dude, it
and
was
he
a
will
huge
jump
bag of
out
them.
and grab the one washer.
It was
Or
a
the
huge bag. I
penny.
still have them. So when we're all here in Thailand working on our shit and we need a washer, what are you gonna do? You gonna go buy one? No, you're gonna go over there in my pile of spare stop sign fines.
Okay, so with that being said, I filled a 5-gallon pail this week of nuts and bolts and washers and lock washers
Out
and
of your
brackets
toolbox.
out of bins in my toolbox. And then I went over to the scrap metal dumpster and I dumped them.
Oh,
And you
I
want to
would
know
have. I would
something?
have
Here.
fucking screamed.
Here, you want to know? You want to know the funny part is
Yeah.
I'm not a quarter of the way done. I still
damn.
have 15 to 20 bins of bolts and washers and stuff in my toolbox.
Well, if all of a sudden you come upon a pile of the shrink tube butt splices and solderless connectors,
Dude, I have a ton of those.
No,
we
but
don't
if
have, we
he-
don't have solderless connectors.
you don't.
Or, sorry, brain not functioning. Yes, we have a lot of solderless connectors. We don't have solder connectors. Sorry, my bad.
The heat shrink solder.
Yeah. If you happen to stumble upon any of them, you know,
Okay.
we'll throw them in our toolboxes at home.
Your guys' toolboxes. I have a box full of them damn things.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come raid yours.
Dude, whenever
But anyway,
if you got electrical stuff going on,
the
I'll just
mortality
bring
in
the
our
box.
I hoard
shit.
shit. I hoard shit. There was years ago that I had and this was
That's
up
the other.
until
That's
2 years
that's
ago.
that's the devil's advocate side of it, right?
Yes.
The hoarders.
I hoard it because if I don't hoard this, I'll need it at some point in my life, and I won't be able to afford it, or I won't want to pay the actual price for it. So I hoard it. Well, I've hoarded some of this stuff for 25 years, and I finally decided, out of my pole barn, out of my shit pile, my lean-to, I went through a bunch of stuff. I got rid of all of my PTO stuff because I had big plans for it. Like, oh, I'm going to put this on here and this on here and this on here, and
That was like the other Jeremy. I'm gonna
Nope.
put a 440 in it.
I put it all on a pallet out at the road for somebody to come by and just take.
We get to that point. I think you're right. I think we
Yes.
get to that point where we're like, all right, I'm never gonna use this shit. The reality is, I'm never gonna touch it.
But then I have other stuff that it physically makes me sick to think I want to put it out by the road. I'm like, no, I paid money for that, and I'm never going to get anything out of it. Nobody else but me in the world wants this. Nobody's going to give
Like
me
a
money for this.
That's the whole topic. Our collection. What's it worth for people fingering through it? Because it's all going to end up on your own front yard, and
My
people are going to
collection?
trash it.
My collection ain't worth anything to anybody but me.
And I think my collection is probably along the same lines. It's worth something to me. The next guy ain't going to pay half what I fucking paid for it.
Yeah, but Jeremy, your kids might have to pay someone to take that Mustang.
No, you're probably right.
I'm gonna spin out of control here for just a quick second. We got to get you some big rubber masturbating shoes like we got on.
Not
You
a
need
chance,
some Crocs, bro.
Not a chance in hell.
Do they come with 4-wheel drive?
I will
You can
not wear Crocs.
You
I
can get
will
'em with
not
truck
wear
nuts.
sandals.
You can get 'em with-
I will not wear flip flops.
Jeremy, you can get headlights for them.
You guys can
Light
just
bars.
STFU.
I'm surprised you know what that means. That's a modern thing.
Focus, buddy. Focus. You know what that one means? Fuck off because you're stupid.
They come with 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. They come with all sorts of fun
Headlights.
stuff. Look at
truck
mine.
nuts.
Mine are American flags.
I will say the ones with the steel toe did look cool.
See, I think there's
But-
I think there's a chance.
On the other hand, I ain't wearing them fucking things.
Why?
You remember the movie they came out in?
No.
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
And they chose
They-
them because they thought no one would ever wear these.
No
for
one would
real.
ever wear them. Everybody's got to be idiots, and they're the ugliest thing possible. And look at them now.
Hoffman hates
You
them.
guys
too.
are wearing them.
Bro, they are so comfortable though.
Hoffman hates them, so I always send him like shit on Instagram with the pictures of different things
Dude,
that
they're
doing.
they're
with 'em.
ugly. And then
Oh,
you get
dude,
the
they're-
freaking leopard
They slip
print
right
tans.
on. I mean, my feet are kind of gross right now, but
Well, get your old lady to fucking lick the toe jam out.
I wish she would. That'd be a lot cooler if she would.
No,
The mortality collection of things and your collection at your time of death. Are we done with that?
Do you think your kids want to offload your collection of Crocs?
Well, no, because they're going
Well,
to
the
keep
worst
them.
part is
They're going
they're
to keep
gonna
them.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They wear them.
They're gonna throw them
Jeremy.
fuckers
They
in
fucking wear
the
'em.
dumpster
No, Jeremy.
for the next door neighbors to come search through.
Jeremy,
Gavin will be home in a minute. We'll
his
ask him.
Crocs are the best silicone objects that Ty owns that they will get rid of. The dildos, they're going to have a hard time getting rid of because they don't
I
want
thought
to
you were
touch
gonna say
any
they were
of
gonna
that
keep
shit.
them.
Gavin will. They'll both keep them. They actually.
They'll put them fuckers in a museum if they're the clone of Willie's things. So there was somebody actually born with a 2-inch heart on.
at death. Are we over the mortality bullshit? What?
Why don't we switch to something brighter?
Yeah, let's chip something brighter. What other topics can we hit on? You want to take a quick break?
I was gonna say if you're leaving that to Ty, he ain't very bright. So why are we?
Touche.
Douche. Summer's Eve.
That's a hell of a brand. Okay, let's add to this last topic. We kind of skipped around it a little bit, but let's add to it. So make sure your children or your favorite loved one, whatever, understands what you want done with it. Like, take them out to breakfast and tell them, look, man, I know this isn't going to be a topic you want to talk about, but I need to know. I need to know for me, and I think it would make me feel better. If you don't want to, I don't care. You need to tell me, what do you want done to all this shit? Well, your shit.
And not just out to breakfast. Sorry, Moody.
I'd also say record it to
but I love
stop
breakfast.
any like petty sibling crap later on.
It
It would
even
alleviate
a
lot.
recording isn't going to be good enough because you're going to have it wrote up by a freaking living trust attorney and put into effect. Because even if you have it recorded, and I've been through this with other family members, to where if it's not recorded, they can tie everything up in probate court to divide everything. So this is where, okay, if you want certain stuff done, if you're leaving certain stuff to certain other human beings or furball animals or whatever, if you're leaving the doghouse to Lizzie, whatever,
Whatever. They're
okay.
here.
Make sure that that's in there. If you're leaving all your slam gun shotguns to Gavin, make sure that that's in there. Because if not, that shit, each tiny little thing goes to probate. And it has to be decided by a mediator, by a judge. So, me and my wife, me and my parents have talked about this to where we actually need to sit down with my parents or my wife and we need to draw out a living will. Living trust of some sort. Draw out any contracts. That way, you know, if I was to become a goddamn vegetable tomorrow, if I was incapacitated, what would my kids get? What would my parents get? My wife would make all the decisions. She could give all my stuff to Goodwill. Not even offer it to my kids. She could give all my stuff to Goodwill. Here. And there's nothing that anybody else in my family could say about it. Because she is my next of kin. She is my legal representative when it comes to me being incapacitated, me dying, so on and so forth. She has the right to everything. She has the right to my whole 401k, my whole death benefits, life insurance, all that stuff. It goes to her. Even if I have it wrote down or my children as beneficiaries, it goes to my wife. That is legal. Because she is my legal binding person. Yours, Ty, you're not married to yours, technically.
Officially, but technically they are married.
Okay, yeah, I guess I worded that wrong. Officially, you're not married, so you can give your kids your life insurance, and you can tell your old lady to piss off.
You could leave her
I
completely
think it's
dry.
split between the two of them, but Amy runs it, has the, what do they call that?
Domestic partnership.
No, I'm drawing a blank on the word.
Executor of state.
Yeah. Executor of the account.
See, and like, before I got married, I was single, 2 kids. My brother was the executor of it, but it was to go to my kids equally. My belongings were to get divided up 50-50 and give to my children equally. If one of my children had passed away before I passed away, it would all go to the one living child I had. If both my children passed away before I did, then I had it set up to go to my niece and nephew. But still, my brother was the executor. But this is all stuff that you need to discuss with loved ones, get set up, and have written hard copies along with attorney filings.
It's a downer of a subject, but it's got to be talked about. You don't want to just dump your stuff on your kids or your significant other.
And no,
Have
and
that
like,
conversation.
It's
like Sue
hard.
says,
Well,
death is imminent.
I don't want to talk about this on the podcast, but I'm gonna. I sat mine down. I've only got one living parent left. I sat mine down and took him to breakfast, and I said, speaking of hell on wheels, I told him, I said, I know this isn't the conversation you're going to want to have, but we got to talk about your mortality. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, what do you want with all your shit? I got to respect whatever you want. And I don't care what you do with it. You can give it to whoever the fuck you want. But I want to know. I kind of want to know in advance, today, tomorrow, at some point before I sit down in a judge's office and get read some bullshit and I don't agree with it because you and I didn't talk about it or whatever.
Well, did he tell you you're getting stuck with all the credit card debt you racked up over the years? just asking. Sorry.
That's about
Better not be. But I had that conversation, and he goes, you know what? You're not wrong. He goes, I don't want to talk about it, but you're not wrong. We need to, and I'm going to go update some things. And he did. I think he did. I think he finally, because he called me from whatever office he was sitting in and asked me for some addresses and some numbers.
Well, I get the call all the time from my brother. My brother calls me, hey, I need this information to put you on here. And
I'm going to call that a honk, and we're going to drink.
I don't know, just, is it a downer of a subject? Yes. But the piss poor thing of it is, like I said just a little bit ago, death is imminent. Every one of us are going to die. We have to figure out what we're doing with our shit before we die, so we don't have to put it all on our fucking kids and stress our kids out.
Your kids are already going to be stressed.
As
And
important
exactly.
as this topic is, it's also, I think it goes hand in hand with the other part of that. What legacy are we leaving our kids? You don't want to leave your legacy for your kids to deal with as being the number one biggest pain in the ass, back on rent, whatever. You don't want to be in debt to somebody. You don't want to leave that shit to your kids.
You want to have a nest egg to cover the funeral, maybe a bit more, at least.
Right, you want to. Is death insurance,
I'm
life insurance?
worth more dead than I am alive.
Well, yeah, you don't wrench hard enough.
Choke the chicken needs to get in your face.
I'm worth more dead than I am alive. The legacy I'm leaving behind for my kids
Is cash.
is, one, there's a lot of people in this world that know me. There's a lot of people in this world that respect me.
Right.
There's a lot of people in this world that, oh, you're Jeremy Vroman's kid? Yup. And a lot of the time,
I'm sorry.
they're fine with my kid after that. They treat my freaking kids respectfully. They treat them nice. Because I have built a fact that,
Your
I'm a
level of
decent
trust
person.
in the community.
yeah, there's a lot of people in the communities that I've grown up in, dealt with, that know me. That's the legacy I'm leaving behind. And the fact that there might be people that don't think this way, don't feel this way, or whatever. But to toot my own horn, I'm a damn good air mechanic. That's the
You
legacy
can't
I'm living.
fix a
Here
clutch
I'm
brake
leaving
to save your
behind.
life.
Oh, drink!
No, I can fix them.
You can't do it
Dipshit
right,
over there
just-
freaking rips them back out next day. But that's the
I
legacy I'm
do have a
living
knack
for
for something.
leaving for my freaking kids. Is, your dad was a hardworking, one of the best mechanics that we knew.
We can go to
That's the
any
legacy.
shops,
That's
but-
my legacy I'm leaving behind.
Having kids and after we've had kids, our take on that subject changes a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We want to have that legacy for them to lean on.
My parents' legacy that they're leaving behind. My mom is known as one of the most caring people around.
She is super
that she
nice,
will
dude.
give the shirt off her fucking back to anybody and everybody that asks.
Dude, she makes a mean fucking chocolate chip cookie.
My dad,
A lot of them.
my dad is my dad. My dad is an asshole.
No, he's not.
My dad is my asshole.
He's been nothing but cool to me.
My dad gets on people's nerves, but I would protect my dad at any freaking cost.
Right.
It doesn't fucking matter.
You have to know what you're getting into before you get into it with him, I think.
But my dad is also one of the smartest people I know.
That's what
One
I've
of the
told
best
people.
Engineers that I know, he could knock these idiots that
He can
engineer
rig
vehicles,
anything.
these engineers that engineer vehicles and whatever, and they don't hold a candle to what my dad's built over the years.
Right. Oh, I agree. I think
That's
your
the
dad is
legacy
very.
that
If I had a problem that came up like that,
everybody knows from my dad is you need something fixed, go see Phil.
he's the original Phil Billy.
As old as he is, I wouldn't doubt that.
No, our current Phil Billy, our generation Phil Billy. I haven't heard from him in a minute. I hope we do though.
I see stuff about him
was gonna say-
on
Do ya?
Facebook once in a while.
They were up in the UP last week, weren't they?
I don't know.
They were up on vacation somewhere.
Anyway, we gotta. What's your take on this whole subject before we end it? Moody, I need your take. This is a team effort. We need your take, and then we're gonna move on to something lighter.
As someone who had to deal with the after effects, definitely get it in writing. Dude, it was all...
Or at least he should have cornered you and said,
No, he
these
did.
are important to me.
He did with all his guns. He put them all out on his bed, and he went through them. Like, this one's for your sister. If she doesn't want it, it's for you. It was a 22, and I wasn't that big into it. And a lot of it, my mom ended up selling off. I took a couple that, like the Henry. I knew he wanted me to have it. He explicitly said it.
Then if
I
you
wanted
ever
Henry.
have kids or adopt kids or whatever,
You notice that Henry's never come out?
I still ain't seen it.
Because I'm keeping it in good shape. It's got the brass whole 9 yards, the octagon barrel. It's a beautiful gun. But
You had one the other day in that small pistol. Wasn't it a pistol of his?
what?
Didn't you have a pistol of his that you showed me the other day?
I have two. The Judge,
Shot that. A lot of fun.
and I have his former carry gun. His former concealed carry handgun.
Well, that's a Smith
It's
& Wesson, too, isn't it?
No, it's a Walther P99
Oh,
compact.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
I have that and his holster. I was going to put it in the shadow box. I think that would look really cool.
It would be cool.
I have that. I haven't shot that either. I kept
Why
it
not?
as a memory of him. I didn't need another handgun.
Just
I have,
oil, dude. Let's dirty it up and oil it.
I have the Smith & Wessons, which I like. I've always leaned towards Smith & Wesson.
They are not bad guns.
And I also snagged the M1, the Garand,
Yes.
because that's an antique rifle.
I shot that.
Oh, dude, it's such a beautiful gun. Have you shot the M1?
No.
We'll have to go
My
out.
wife even shot the M1.
Where the fuck was I?
We were at their gravel pit. I think you were busy at Rumors or something.
Probably with the fucking chicken.
Every minute that
Yeah,
goes
I
by,
see you
I
keep
didn't realize he
eyeballing
had a pocket pussy until I pulled him out.
I see you keep eyeballing that freaking chicken like you're gonna fuck it right here in the driveway.
I think he's a great mascot. His name is Choke. We named him Choke last year at the fair because some fucking carny threw it at Gavin, and he brought it back. I'm like, he goes, I don't know, dude. Somebody threw it at me, and I'm like, all right. And then we had him for a minute, and I'm like, let's name him Choke. He goes, why? He's choked a chicken.
So what you're saying is last year, your son was
He had a
basically
pocket pussy.
given
He had a pocket pussy. Yeah.
was basically given a chicken you named Choke, and he also got a sex swing.
Oh, that's right. Were you there? No, you weren't there for that.
No.
That was at Renucci's. Gavin got a sex swing.
Company party.
For the pool company?
Yeah, because he worked for the pool company, and everybody had to bring some gifts, right? Well, so one of the Christmas gifts. What do they call that? The
White elephant.
white elephant. Somebody brought a sex swing, and that's what he ended up with
Did you keep
at
the sex
16.
swing?
Huh?
Did you keep the sex swing?
I think he still got it. I don't have it. I would totally use it.
Maybe he was trying to con that girl into using it. That's why she broke up with him. But on the
All
other
right.
hand, will that chicken stand up on its own?
Not
Or
yet.
has it been washed?
Give me a couple days. Give me a couple days. Give me a couple days. I think I can make that happen.
Well, you notice it doesn't look very flexible.
Well, choke is stiff. All right, change topics. We either got to take a break
Let's
or we
take
got
a
to
break.
keep rolling and change.
Let's take
taking
a
a break?
break. Yeah.
All right, SmashCastBros, we are taking a break. Here's to those that wish us well. All the rest can.
Go to hell.
Amen.
All right.
Call it.